So, welcome, a warm, warm welcome wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, and whether it's sunny or rainy, cold or warm, whether it's summer or winter. It's just lovely to be with you all. My heart is already warmed by just sitting together and with this feeling our intention to come together to practice, to come together and practice. So, for today's theme for the guided meditation, last week we spent the week with various practices, various ways to practice gratitude. So, there are different ways to approach the topic offered by myself, um, as well as Dawn, who was our guest teacher. Thank you again, Dawn, for supporting the Sangha last week, and Diana also. So last week we practiced a lot of gratitude, which was lovely, and I'm still on a roll. I've still been practicing gratitude. It's just been so lovely, and I see some of you also nodding, and yep, you're on a roll too with this gratitude practice. So Christine asked, was Dawn's class recorded? Yeah, yes and no. She wasn't recorded in real time, but she recorded it afterwards and it's posted on Audio Dharma, so you can find it. So, so for the theme, I want to continue with just maybe for one more night, one more day. Another way, because all these practices, there's so many different ways for the heart to touch into them. And the way I wanted to for us to consider is actually inspired by tonight's practice. I can say is inspired by a poem. And so I will share the poem and then we'll sit together. We'll practice. We'll sit as always. We'll sit, get grounded in the breath with the body, get embodied. And then I'll have some invitations. And um, of course, work with whatever works for you. See what works for you. And we'll start where it's easier and then turn towards maybe something that's a little more challenging or our edge perhaps. And at any point, feel free to turn around. Feel free to go where it's easy. Easy. You don't have to push it. All these hard practices. The idea is to be gentle with ourselves. To be gentle with ourselves. So the idea of tonight's practice, where we'll be heading towards, is gratitude, not necessarily gratitude, not just for what's good, for what's seemingly easy and wonderful, but also what is a gift, but it's a challenging gift. And the poem I like to share with you is by Billy Mills, and it's from his book called Wakini, New Life. Just to say a couple of words about Billy Mills. Um, he was born in 1938 in the Pine Ridge, South Dakota, in the Oglala Lakota Sioux Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. And he grew up in poverty and was orphaned at the age of 12. And he became a runner, and he discovered that he had a talent for long distance running. And in the um, he won many, many awards. And after much training in 1964, um, Tokyo Olympics game, he was um, um, a gold medalist, and I'm trying to recall there was something also special about um, uh, there's something special about his win which I can't find in my notes right now. But anyway, just to give a sense that from very challenging background, he got the gold medal in 1964 in the U.S. Olympics. So, so here's the poem. Now, just so that we have a little bit of background about this beautiful man, here's the poem, and I'll like to invite you to close your eyes and let the poem wash over you. And actually, maybe this will be the beginning of our meditation. Maybe you will tell you what. Actually, let's just start. Let's start with our meditation. Let's get settled. Let's just get settled, and we'll start with getting settled in the body with the breath for a few minutes, and then I'll offer the poem so that it lands, and then we'll do the practice. Let's experiment. Why not? So I'd like to invite you to get into your meditation posture. Landing. Landing in your body. Landing with the breath. Letting go of all the words and just landing. And the sense of presence in this moment. Feeling the connection of your body with the cushion, with the earth. Your sit bones landing, dropping into the chair. Your feet, your legs, giving their weight onto the earth. Your hands resting, feeling heavy. The entire body dropping in, the gaze turned inward, letting go of the balloons, the helium balloons of thought, letting them float away and turning the gaze inward to the sensations of the body, sensations of the breath received in the abdomen. settling, arriving, receiving the breath in its entirety, entire in breath, entire out breath. Maybe even putting a hand on your abdomen, a comforting hand up the abdomen, feeling the abdomen expanding and contracting with each breath. With a comforting, soothing, receptive hand, embracing the abdomen. Allowing there to be a sense of delight, enjoyment, the simplicity of the breath, and sitting this moment. Joy and delight wherever it shows up. Now I'd like to invite you, as you stay embodied, receiving the breath in the abdomen, in the body, the gaze turned inwards, feeling the feet, the legs, sit bones, connected to the earth. I'd like to invite you in this moment, as you connect with the breath and the body, to also connect without losing embodiment, to also connect with one thing. You feel appreciative for in this moment, in this very moment. And stay with this reflection, the goodness of it. Could be as simple as appreciating the smoothness of the breath. Whatever it is, staying with it, with its goodness, the delight of this goodness in this moment. And now, maybe bringing to mind something else that the heart can rejoice and feel appreciation for in this moment. Doesn't have to be anything big, just a sense of gladness. And staying with it for a beat or two, letting your heart be gladdened as you breathe in and out, or you are breathed in and out. I'm now inviting the third reflection, something else there's appreciation for in this moment in time. And as if you were savoring your favorite bite of food, let yourself savor, taste this goodness in your heart, in your whole body. Now, if you wish, maybe bringing in something from the day, something from your day that you feel grateful for. And let your mind stay with the good, not fall into a lot of thinking, but just choose one thing, sense of appreciation. Let yourself savor this blessing and not take it for granted. Let it each reflection be a thought that gets dropped into your body like a pebble in a still pond, resonating, not going on trips of the mind, but just staying here in the body, just savoring the goodness with appreciation. Now, in your own time and pace, best to have a slow pace, bringing in pebbles, dropping in pebbles into this pond. Each pebble either something from your day, from your life, or this moment, and letting there be time for savoring, staying with before you move on to the next. Otherwise, the mind can get too unstable if you move too quickly. Take your time. Take your time. If you find there are many balloons of thought, let the balloons, helium balloons, fly away, coming back to the breath, coming back to the body, and just letting there perhaps be a sense of simple appreciation for this moment of being alive, being conscious, having access to the Dharma, to these teachings, to these practices, practicing in Sangha. Letting your body, your heart feel full, bright, the goodness that's available to you in this life. And now, if you wish, I'd like to invite us to open to the possibility, to gratitude even for what is challenging. As inspiration, I'd like to offer this poem by Billy Mills. Two terms in this poem. One is the word wakantanka, which we will hear, which means the sacred or the divine. Wakantanka. Another word is iktumi, which is a mischievous spirit, mischievous. So here we go. Let it wash over you. In my youth, I respected the world and life. I needed not anything but peace of heart. And yet I changed despite myself and believed in Iktumi's lies. He seemed to know all the truth. He promised to make me happy. He made me ask Wakantanka for wealth, that I might have power. I was given poverty, that I might honor strength. I asked for fame, so others would know me. I was given obscurity, that I might know myself. I asked for a person to love, that I might never be alone. I was given a life of a hermit, that I might learn to accept myself. I asked for power, that I might achieve. I was given weakness, that I might learn to obey. I asked for health, that I might lead a long life. I was given infirmity, that I might appreciate each minute. I asked Mother Earth for strength, that I might have my way. I was given weakness, that I might feel the need for her. I asked to live happy. I asked to live happily, that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might live happy, that I might live happily. I received nothing I asked for, yet all my wishes came true. Despite myself and Iktomi, my dreams were fulfilled. I am richly blessed, more than I ever hoped. I thank you, Wakantanka, for what you have given me. Breathing the reverberations that arise for you. What can we be grateful for? Despite what we asked for, what we wished for, that it is a blessing for us to grow and have grown. Is it possible to see this box of darkness, as Mary Oliver puts it, the gift of darkness? Recognize that this too is a gift. Don't push it, only ask the question and let it be. And in the last moments of this sit together, to allow there to be appreciation and gratitude for this being that is you, who has brought yourself to this practice in this moment, who showed up, thanking yourself, appreciating, taking delight in your wise, wholesome effort without attachment to any outcome. You showed up. That's all that matters. What arose or did not arise, letting go of that completely. Letting there be gratitude for the intention, the wholesome intention and showing up. And even if there was just one moment of awareness, mindfulness, or feeling grateful, just one moment of any, yay, celebrating that. Thank you all. Deep gratitude for your practice, for showing up. So, if you like to share reflections, please raise your blue hand by going to participants, clicking on it, opens a window. Under it says raise hand, or you can type it in chat and just say one. Billy Mills, just to say one more thing about him. I think what I couldn't find in my notes earlier, but I remembered, is that it was the very first time anyone had I think won this particular race in the Olympics. And also he spent his life really contributing to the community and becoming mentors for the youth in his community. So he has a website, Billy Mills, really beautiful, beautiful being. So anyway, so I'd like to invite you, beautiful beings. Thank you, Dawn, for your beautiful words, and thank you for showing up in your practice. Yeah. So, your reflections you'd like to share, please. What came up for you? Alana says, could you please share the name of the poem? Yes, the name of the poem is called New. It's from his book called The New Life. And actually, this poem is on his website. So I'm going to put the his website in the chat, and his website later, you can look it up, is runningpast.com. Actually, well, I'll put it here, or maybe here. I have it here. Ta, 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 ta. So if you do a search for Billy Mills, and yeah, Billy Mills, Mills. Wakini is the name of the book, his New Life, and you'll find this poem as well as his biography. Just really, really amazing, beautiful being. Gabrielle shares in chat, during the practice, I felt a motivation to meditate and practice more, but also a tightness or grasping around that motivation. Any ideas on how to work with this? I hope it can help others too. Yeah, great. So, Gabrielle, I appreciate, it's beautiful when the sense of motivation to meditate and practice more comes up. Yay. What a beautiful feeling, aspiration. Um, and with the tightness around it, um, grasping and tightness, you you're already seeing the grasping and tightness, and seeing it is very helpful because um, if you didn't see it, I think you could become more, you could fall into it, but actually seeing the tightness, you can see that, and just be kind and gentle with the tightness, because it won't be supportive, the tightness. And I hope this is helpful, this little bit. If there's more that can be helpful, please raise your blue hand and we can have a little exchange. I'll move on. And yeah, please tell me if there's more there. Um, Bill says, thank you, Nikki. An appreciation of difficult blessings seems to tie in to not having fixed expectations too. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Bill, because you never know. I mean, this, um, we, so many challenges in our lives open us up to beauty and grace and compassion and love and our capacity. Um, there is so much beauty in challenges, and there's this concept of post-traumatic growth in psychology, that there are theories that actually we wouldn't grow if there weren't challenges at the right time at the right amount. So if you're too young and have challenges, it can be very difficult. But when you're older and then can actually really help our growth and burgeoning as a human being. Clark said, the only thing I was able to easily and immediately feel gratitude for in the present moment was feeling the virtual presence of the Sangha. Oh, that's lovely, Clark. Thank you. And I felt that very strongly also, the sense of presence of the Sangha. I felt really grateful for all of you. I feel grateful every time we just show up like, wow, I'm happy already. Just a lot of happiness arises for me. So, and on YouTube, we have thanks and gratitude and hellos to Sangha. Yes. And oh, mama, lots of people joining on YouTube actually from Maui and Berkeley and Colorado and other places. Sorry, I've ignored the chat, the YouTube chat so far. So, yeah. So, any other reflections you'd like to share before we practice in community, in small groups? And Gabrielle, if there's anything else you want to add. Um, yeah, April says you can't always get what you want. Yes, um, Rolling Stones. But if you try something, you just might find you get what you need. Oh yes, the wisdom of the Rolling Stones. Thank you for sharing that, April. Yes, right. Yeah, this practice is definitely what we try and approaching, reaching, connecting with what's difficult. Again, with wisdom, with compassion, not um, rubbing our nose in it. But anyway, yes. So okay. Yes, more gratitude, more appreciation. Yes, coming from various places on YouTube, including Mexico, Todos Santos, Mexico. Yes, thank you. Oh, lovely. Great. So let's practice in small groups, in groups of 3 or 4, and um, the the invitation always is to hold each other with care, with warmth, as you always do. You always do that. Hold each other with care and compassion, and holding yourself with care and compassion, of course. And um, the s- the prompt perhaps tonight is, um, what came up for you. And you can say what as little as you want or as much as you want, or share silence together. Um, and maybe you just talk about what the things that are um, easier to be grateful for, is challenging. Anyway, I think it will be a rich conversation. So I won't say anymore. I will create the breakout rooms, and you guys know, you know how to do this. You know how to do this. So, all right. So I'm creating the rooms in there right now. Okay, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. So we have a couple of minutes and would love to hear your reflections, please. So if you'll be so kind as to raise your blue hand so I can see, s- see. If you raise your physical hand, I may not see you. You can type in chat. Um, so, so while you work out, oh, great, Neil, here you go.
So, first of all, that was a wonderful sitting with a lovely poem. It was deeply moving. Um, we were talking about, the experience of being grateful for difficult things. I personally find it easier to be grateful for difficult things retroactively, right? Because without them, I wouldn't be the me I am now. But it's hard to be grateful for them, in the present. And I'm wondering, what are some tricks or something, I don't know,
Yeah.
to help with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Neil. So brilliant reflection and question. And so I think being grateful for them after the fact is a great start, and it often takes some time. And then what you're asking about, is it possible? Can we turn our perspective around to actually be grateful for something in real time? And I think just the fact that you're asking that question is planting the seed. So just asking that question without pushing, sort of, I have to be grateful for this. It doesn't work that way. But, oh, is there something about this challenge that actually I can be grateful for in real time? And it may not be apparent in real time. And that's okay. That's really okay. Sometimes it does take a while. It's practice. It's not, it's obviously it's not easier. It's not a given. But so what I want to say, let me just be clear. Sometimes being grateful in real time may or may not be possible. Sometimes it may be, sometimes it may not be. But by you actually asking that question, that reflection, it might open it up if it is possible. How's that? Yeah.
I would have preferred do this and you'll be fine, Neil, but I appreciate this too.
Great. Thanks, Neil. Denise, please.
Oh, hi. Thank
Hi.
you. That was beautiful. And in the beginning, I was like, oh, gratefulness again. And it was like,
I have to be grateful again. Oh my God.
but yeah, and then I could feel actually that I was telling to the group that gratefulness in the midst of the current challenges. But I'm wondering, and it's related to the poem. Um, sometimes we are just we have longings. The heart has longings, and so I guess I'm in that middle point of, okay, so I have these longings, but I kind of have the sense of, but you need to learn to be content and happy and present with your current reality. Because if you just keep going after all your longings, but you don't have this state of being that is really appreciating what you have in the moment,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you go, it will just go with you.
Right. Right.
um
Yeah.
so I guess I'm in the middle of, like, in between those, like, okay,
Those states.
the
Yeah.
heart wants these kind of things, but at the same time I feel that if I'm not
Yeah.
happy right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah. I think I get the gist of it, and I'll make it brief because I just realized, we're out of time, but this is
Mhm.
so rich. I'll take another minute for it. So it's it's the balance between having aspirations and not saying, oh, it's all okay. And so the balance between having aspirations and acceptance and contentment. So it's a balance to work towards, and may not happen every moment. One moment you might have more uh, s- more contentment, which might veer into perhaps even resignation. Right, it could go too far. But in one moment, the aspiration could become grasping. I really want this. I really. So it's a continuum. So feel into it. Feel it, the can there be a healthy balance of Aspiration. Yes, I have aspiration. And there's a sense of contentment, but there's still aspiration. And both of those need to be there for healthy balance in the heart. So
Mm. Okay, makes total dance. It's a dance.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. Gracias. So, dear ones, we've come to the end and then a little bit. So, thank you all for joining, for your practice. It just makes me so happy to be part of the Sangha. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for showing up and sharing yourself. Oh, and one last uh let's see. Wait, there is more. Okay, wait. I have to acknowledge Gittos. I'm sorry. Regarding Neil's comment about gratitude in difficult situations, sometimes I have noticed what is possible in those situations is to know that there will be gratitude afterwards. I like that. Yeah. That may just be a fleeting thought or sensation, but for me, it has been enough at times to stay with a difficult situation when flight seemed a really good option. Lovely. Thank you, Gita. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I love the community wisdom here, supporting each other. Yay. So, whoops. So, thank you all. May you all be safe, happy, healthy, well, um, and may there be gratitude in all of our hearts, in all hearts of all beings everywhere. Everywhere. May we all be free. Okay, I'm going to invite you, if you wish, to unmute yourself to say goodbye. Or yes, here we go.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Nikki. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. All take
Bye.
care.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Nikki.
everyone.
Very well.
Thank you. You as
Thank
well.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I love our cacophony
Thank
ritual.
you,
Thank
Gita.
you.
I do too. Okay, off I go. Bye. Couldn't find the button.
Bye. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thanks, Gita. Thanks, everyone. Bye.